Hello everybody! Welcome back to my channel. I've been gone again for a little while, but I've just been really busy. If you guys don't know, I work full time, so I only get to film videos on my days off. My days off recently have been filled with quite a few fun things, a few meetings, a few really cool, interesting stuff coming up. I haven't had the opportunity to film everything. It's just been busy in a good way. I'm gonna bring back my monthly favorites because I get so many questions like every video, every month, like, what's your favorite hair product? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? So it's a good way to just kind of tell you my favorite things for that month, for what I'm currently using that month. So I'm gonna start off with my favorite hair product for the month. And this is the Texturizing Clay from KEIHLS. Now, this surprised me for two reasons. Number one, I didn't know KEIHLS did hairstyling stuff. I knew they did shampoos and conditioners and 2-in-1 shampoos and conditioners, but I didn't know they did styling products. Whether this is their only one and their new product, I don't know, but they sent this to me along with a few other things from this range, and I am really impressed with it. I mean, when I first used it, it wasn't anything I was like, wow, this is incredible, but I was like, oh, this is good. It's got good hold, it's got a good matte finish, but with good volume and texture. Then I just found myself going to use it every single day, like every single day. As you can see, I've kind of hit the base of the pot. Then second of all, it surprised me because whenever I use KEIHLS products, I'm always never wowed by them all. I'm always just like, yeah, this is good, like, it's decent. So yeah, this just kind of like really took me by surprise. But also this contains some of my favorite fragrance, some of my favorite smells. It's got cedarwood in it, which I love in skincare, I love in hair care, I love in aftershave, fragrances, perfumes. Also, I'm trying to grow out my hair a little bit, so this has been really helping me along the way. Keep it up, keep it volumized, and keep it in kind of good shape and condition. This also has sandalwood and eucalyptus essential oils in. So yeah, it feels nice in my hair as well. It doesn't feel greasy and heavy, and this washes out super easy as well. So yes, that is that. Also, I've got the new Blue Man, what one is this? Hybrid Cream Clay, which I haven't tried out yet, but let me know if you want me to do a review. There are just so many reviews of this at the moment, and they're all pretty decent, but let me know if you want to hear my opinion, and I might do that. Next up, we have the face, and you know skincare is one of my favorite things to talk about, so I have 4 products that I'm going to talk about now. I'm going to go through them quite quickly. The first one is the TROIAREUKE ACSEN Pore Control Mask. Now, I showed you guys this before, and I had to make quite a big disclaimer about it because this is one of the best products I've ever used. It's a clay mask, but it's really been helping with my oily and acne-prone skin. I haven't had acne for the longest time, but within the last 2 weeks, since I've kind of been off YouTube, this isn't the reason why, but I had the worst breakout. I don't know if you can still see, I've got like I had a bump here, like one of those really painful inside spots, and it just got really big inside my skin and kind of swelled up my cheek. I got a spot down here as well. I've got one here. You may not be able to see them because I'm using something, which I'm going to show you as well. What I do with this is I just put a little bit first of all on my spots, leave it for like a minute, and then do the rest of the face and leave it for like 5 to 10, depending on how I'm feeling that day, if I'm lazy. I actually got the price wrong on this in my last video, and a lot of you guys were like, that's so expensive, like I wish I could get it, but it's too expensive. I believe I said it was like 70 quid, like $70. And it is, but that's the bigger size. This is the 50ml, which has lasted me like a really long time, and this is $39.98. So yeah, I think that is really decent for one of the best skincare products I've ever used. If you are struggling with breakouts, uneven skin tone, a bit of rosacea, I would really highly recommend this. One of my favorites. Also helping me out with my breakouts is another TROIAREUKE product. This is the H+ cream. So as you guys know, I don't wear makeup. I actually hate the feeling of makeup on my skin. For me, I don't know, I'm not experiencing makeup, but when I have to wear it for shoots and stuff, it feels heavy. It feels just too much, and I can't ever wait to get it off. But this is kind of like, I suppose the best thing to compare it to is a BB cream. So it covers up all the blemishes, but what I like about this is their makeup is 99% skincare, 1% makeup basically. But yes, what I like about this is it really gives a good cover. It doesn't cover completely, it's not full coverage in my opinion, but it does cover the redness of the spots, and it makes them look less angry, makes the skin look a lot more even, and it's just super subtle on my skin. Like, I don't want to go out and look like I'm wearing heavy makeup, but this is really nice and subtle, but it's also skincare, so it's also helping me out with my breakout. When I first put it on, I was like, this is way too too light for my skin tone. And then as I kind of carried on getting ready, I put this on, then done my hair. It just kind of like settled nicely on my skin. Didn't look heavy. It didn't look like I was wearing makeup, which it's not. It's not really makeup, it's skincare basically. Next up is the Body Shop Tea Tree, an anti-imperfection daily solution. So this is basically like a serum. Well, I'm using it like a serum. Sorry, my phone's... So yeah, this is really, really good if you have oily skin, blemish skin, spot and acne prone skin. So I just use this before I put a moisturizer on, and this really, really helps keep at bay any breakouts, so I've been breaking out less with this. That is kind of all I find it's useful for. It doesn't really help with any kind of like uneven skin tone or blemishes, anything like that, but it has kind of helped keep spots at bay, especially because I've been eating like crap recently. I've been eating so bad. I've been breaking out not as much as I usually would do since I've been using this, and I've been using this for about 2 months non-stop now, and there's still quite a bit left. So yeah, morning and night, and it is really, really good. Just talking about that very, very quickly. And then next up is a moisturizer, and this is by Bare Minerals. I never really heard of this company before until they sent me a few of their bits. A few of their bits I was like, but the majority of it though, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, like that works, that's good. This is nice, but this is their True Oasis Oil-Free Replenishing Gel Cream. And as someone with oily skin, I love gel moisturizers. Like, I love the texture of them, I love the way they sink into the skin, but I love the way they make your skin feel moisturized without making them feel heavy and greasy. So yeah, this is exactly that. This is an amazing moisturizer, sinks into my skin, gives my skin a nice dewy plump look though, without being shiny, oily and greasy. This doesn't really say like any kind of ingredients or the benefits of it. It just kind of says mineral moisture technology, which doesn't really mean a lot to me. Whatever it is though, it's keeping my skin nice and moisturized. But if you want to see a bit more of a review in detail, check out my Bare Minerals review video, which a few of you missed out on, I noticed. Not many people watched that. Okay, let's move on to style and fashion. I kind of been into River Island at the moment. River Island is a shop that I've not really given much attention. Like, I'll go in and out of phases. You know, like Zara, sometimes you go into Zara and you're like, wow, everything's amazing. And then you'll go into Zara like a week later and you're like, they have nothing for me. I kind of feel the same with River Island, but recently they have been killing it. Like, with whatever they're doing, they're getting some amazing stuff in. So I want to show you guys this jacket. I first saw this on my friend and old manager's Instagram. It's a denim jacket from River Island, and what I liked about it, first of all, is obviously it's black, and I love black clothing. It's kind of all I live in, I say, in a grey and blue. But what I loved about it is being Mexican. It feels like a real kind of Mexican vibe to it. It's got the like sugar skulls on it with the flower, then the kind of like nice kind of calligraphy writing. But then you've got these dragons for a little bit of a more of a Chinese kind of vibe to it. But yeah, I love it. I love simple things like that, like black denim jacket with a little bit of embroidery on it, nothing too garish or out there, but I love wearing that with just like either black ripped jeans or making it look a bit more formal with like a white shirt, or just like a plain white t-shirt with formal trousers. Let's move on to apps. So my favorite app at the moment has got to be Foodie. Now, what this is it's meant to be a food photography app. So what it does is it takes pictures of your food with a few different filters, and they kind of help you along the way with what filter to use for what type of food. However, I am not using this for food. I find that this is probably one of the best apps to take pictures of anything with for your Instagram, so selfies in particular. It does take a very, very good selfie, but I just find that the filters on this app are a lot nicer, a lot more interesting, a lot more different to what you're seeing on Instagram filters, on kind of any kind of like afterlight or Facetune kind of filters. They're just nice, and you have such a wide variety, but there's not too many as well. So you have a good balance, and there's literally a filter there for like every kind of mood. I highly, highly recommend this for any kind of still life, any kind of lifestyle, any kind of selfies for your Instagram. So yeah, I think my video next week is gonna all be about photography apps and what I use on my Instagram. So yeah, check that out when it comes out, if it comes out. And then finally, we have TV, film / YouTube. And I'm going to talk about a YouTube channel that I absolutely love. If you guys don't know, I'm obsessed with like horror, crime, creepypasta, all that kind of stuff. Halloween is my favorite time of year. I'm just in love with kind of all that like kind of dark stuff, all that kind of creepy. I love scaring myself basically. When I'm on my own, I will listen to horror stuff and I will scare the out on myself, but I enjoy it. I absolutely love it. So one of my favorite things to listen to on YouTube at the moment, scary stories. So things like Fave, scary stories from Reddit or 5 true stalker stories and things like that. But one channel I really love is URMAKER. His voice is just like creepy, but in a good way. He has a really good storytelling voice, and it's kind of like just terrifying, but in a really good way. So yeah, like I mentioned, it's just like a good horror channel to listen to. These are supposedly all true stories as well, found on Reddit, Facebook, submitted to him. So yeah, have a little listen to his channel if you're a fan of horror and true scary stories. I'd really highly recommend him. So yeah, check out URMAKER, Let's Read, and there's also a guy called Mr. Scarecrow, who are all very good horror related channels. But yeah, that is it. Sorry if that was quick, but I just kind of wanted to get into the flow of things. But yeah, I try and reply to comments within 24 hours of posting the video. So if you have a question, make sure you get that in ASAP, and I'll reply to you guys. But that is it for me now, guys. I will see you next week.